as we welcome in now the head coach of the Lady Tigers, the victorious Lady Tigers, Ginger High Colvin. And, Coach, I know this first one is a little nerve-wracking. You've had a little bit of an extra layoff. Yep. It's Friday, early morning tip time, and your guys answered the bell early in the contest.
Yeah. I was so proud with the way we jumped out and defended. I thought we just defended probably as well as we have all season long. And Coach Reeves comes in, and he has a lot of different sets against it and does a good job. And the fact that we came in and played as good a defense as we played the first half, I was really, really proud. Offensively, these games you're going to be tight, and you're going to struggle just a little bit. But we came out, and in typical Savannah Gregory fashion, she came out and just set the tone for us and did so many of the little intangible things, and then the rest of us just followed suit with it.
That first quarter, you held them to one made bucket. They got their last shot attempt, I believe, of the first quarter was their first make. It was 15 seconds. They had a few free throws, but they were 1 of 10 turnovers. Right. Anything that you did early, the same stuff, just able to convert and really put them in the grinder early?
Not really. Just after regular season, you go back and kind of reevaluate where you need to improve. And there's no secret we run that zone defense, and there were some places that we'd gotten a little soft at, and some places that we really needed to improve, especially up top. And I think our kids today came out and answered that. They did a really good job just coming out and making that pass a little bit harder. We had gotten content with making the reversal pass really, really easy, and today we came out and made that much harder, and I thought we did a good job with it.
In true Lady Tiger fashion, you have 4 players named to the Mid-South Conference first team last night. You have 1 player named to the second team. It's a senior that wasn't named to either of those teams that leads the way today in Madison Kaiser with 19 points. She had a portion there late in the season, maybe struggled a bit from the floor, but here today, I think it was as big as an ocean for Kaiser.
Yeah, and to watch and see the ball go through the hoop for her is big for us because she's got such a good mid-range, and she shoots the 3 extremely well. And, kids are going to go through that, but for her to get that reboot and come out and make some shots today was big for us.
And then Jordan Dorham, Savannah Gregory both finished with 13, Coach. And Dorham comes in 6 of 7 from the field. She finishes with 13 points in 8.5 minutes.
I started to say, it couldn't have been.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't even get me started on it. It's ridiculous. But she came in, and, we run sets for her, and you get her a touch in the paint, she puts the ball in the hole. It's just that simple. And it is what it is. People are going to hang on her, and we're just going to have to get used to it. And then when she comes down and blinks too hard, she's going to go sit on the sidelines for a while. But, like I say, it is what it is. We just have to deal with it and move on. And, I was really proud of the effort that the kids came in and played with today.
You mentioned Savannah Gregory early leading you on the defensive end. She finishes with 13, 5 of 7 shooting, a couple of steals in the ball game today for Gregory to go with 4 assists. These are the typical Savannah Gregory stat lines that we've grown accustomed to. And here today, again, just kind of doubling back to your earlier comment with what she was able to do on the defensive end, that helps to spark everything else.
Everything. She's just our catalyst. She stepped out, and I think sometimes offensively it's easier when kids step up and hit some shots. Sav stepped out and hit a 3 early. I don't know if it was our first bucket, but I know she hit a 3 early and just kind of got us going and relieved a little bit of that tension. But what can you say about her? What can you say about the rest of those kids? Madison Stewart, Madison Kaiser, like you said, didn't get an all-conference award last night, but she's just as important as any kid on our team. Our kids, I know, split votes. I don't think every single coach voted for one particular kid, and I think they split votes. Jordan Dorham being on a second team, Jordan Dorham is as important to us as anybody on the team. But it's and the kids know that. We talk about that a lot before. We don't talk about awards, but before we come to the banquet, we just sit down and talk about it. And we just say that there's going to be kids that are deserving that give up that just to be on this team. And there's something going right. That was our 29th win, and those kids have sacrificed something to sit on their shelf at home for something bigger, and I'm so proud of them for that.
I was sitting beside Ashley McGeorge last night. She was all academic. She said, I think this is the first award I've ever received in my life. She said this was going somewhere real special at home. I don't know where Mama's going to put it, but so that,
they're probably building a mantle right now.
But today, Coach, Benji and I talked about it. In these tournaments, you'd love to have an opportunity where you can really watch those minutes and not gas everybody out early. And to Cumberland's team, you couldn't take for granted. They probably played you in your toughest game in the conference schedule.
They did.
So
yes.
you can't look too far ahead, but I know it had to feel good to be able to get some of those youngsters in, get them some experience
Absolutely.
in this moment, and save some legs, perhaps.
Absolutely. We kept them at the end of the third, and my starters looked at me like, do I want you to check back in? And they knew the answer, I think, already to that. And for these kids that work their tails off every day to be able to come out here and play, and their parents come and support just as much as the kids who are getting those minutes, and they deserve to see their kid play. They deserve to see what's going on, and they need that experience when they come back and in tournament play. They need to be able to have some experience instead of just sitting there. It does us no good to leave our starters in when we've got a realistic lead that we can play, and we need to let the rest of those kids go. And that was, if I could have scripted it, that's exactly how I would have scripted it.
Today you'll get to sit back now. You had the first game, so you get to kind of take a little bit of the pressure off. You've won, you've advanced, so you get to sit back, watch Life and Lindsey Wilson, two teams that, of course, you're familiar with, but you get to see them once again here today and break this one down a bit.
We do, and there's a little bit of breathing room. We've got that day off. Tomorrow our agenda will be as normal. We'll practice. Definitely watch our guys play and cheer them on, and just rest our bodies a little bit, recuperate a little bit. I know Jordan got a frog maybe in the leg or the knee, but she seemed fine afterwards. And so we'll be ready. We'll be ready for if it's Lindsay or if it's Life, we'll be ready and give it our best shot.
Coach, congratulations on this one. See
Thank
you
you
on Sunday. Coach Ginger High Colvin and the Lady Tigers victorious here this morning as they knock off the Cumberland's Patriots. Final score 77-44. That sets up a Sunday date here at 1 p.m. in the Mid-South Conference Tournament.